Alright, I know you usually expect me to open these things by being completely freaked out and questioning things left, right and centre. But, honestly, this was a really good first episode to this series. Yeah, I'm as surprised as anybody, but this was actually a really good start to the series and genuinely made me want to continue onwards.
Wow. If even KHF is calm about this, then it must have been a good first episode.
Let me start off by saying the animation is simply spectacular, particularly in the opening. This is seriously some of the better animation I've seen in a while. I'm not saying all other animation I've seen before this is bad, Chrono. I'm just saying this particular series animation caught my eye and looked really great to me. The music I heard in this episode was really good as well. I know I don't comment on music I hear in anime that often, but the music I heard in this episode was particularly good. Artistically, everything was well done here, I thought. But on to the episode itself. So it opens in the deep reaches of space with a narration voice, which, surprisingly, isn't going on about the voyages of the Starship Enterprise, but is instead going on about destiny and our fates being written out for us and all that kind of stuff. We cut to our main character, a guy who... Wait a minute. It's him! You bastard!
Okay, just calm down. It's not him, it's somebody different.
You aggressive little...
Calm down, Kay. It's not him. You know it's not him. You can feel it.
Right. I'm sorry. It's just... He looks so much like him.
Wait, what's going on?
He kinda looks like Takia. Sorry, I guess with his son return it's just got me paranoid. But seriously, he looks so much like him. Heck, even his flat looks almost identical to Takia's. Anyway, he's suddenly awoken by what looks like Kenji Harima's half-merman cousin. Apparently our main character has just started college and he decided to join the Auto Club. A club for real men, for manly men. And that totally explains why they let a skinny, pale guy like him join. Well, apparently this club is so manly that it doesn't allow girls to join it. Well, our main character doesn't understand why this is. Well, I can wager a guess, mate, but if I'm right, you might want to get the heck out of there. Anyway, he finds he's late for his classes and, just his luck, his motorcycle has stopped working, so he's forced to walk to his college. But on his way there, a girl drives past who apparently he's had a crush on since high school. He apparently once tried to ask her out, but she outright rejected him for being short and dorky. Jeez, what a bitch. But despite this, he's still lusting after her. After a class of being picked on by his tutor, his fellow Auto Club members decide to abduct him. Yeah, my guess might not be looking so far-fetched now. And take him to their club room to discuss their financial situation, which apparently isn't that good. To help raise money, they figure they need publicity, so they decide to drive all around campus announcing to people to come to them with all their mechanical problems. They just happen to find a guy who's having problems with his own vehicle and they repair it for him. But when they ask him for a ridiculous amount of money, he speeds away. But fear not. Help is at hand when our main character deploys, a tiny scooter thing in order to pursue him. Yeah, I'm dead serious, this happens. He gives chase, taking shortcuts through the campus, and eventually catches up with the guy and convinces him to pay, only to find a bunch of people that he sped past behind him demanding that he pay for all the stuff that he broke. Well, I'm sorry to say, mate, you kind of had that one coming by speeding through the campus. So now he's flat broke and can't even afford lunch, so he sits around dwelling on just how unlucky he is. Later that evening, he heads home, only to find that his fellow club members have broken into his room. Seriously, mate, get the heck out of there. These men are gonna do horrible things to you. Get out while you still can. They tell him that they're all going to a party and they want him to stay behind and look after the building and do some errands for them because they figure he won't want to go because his motorcycle is broken. Wait a minute. If you guys know that it's broken, you could have, oh gee, I don't know, fixed it? You're meant to be the Auto Club after all. No? You'd rather go off and party? Yeah, great friends you got there, mate. Do you enjoy being their bitch? He begins to do these tasks for them and we suddenly cut to a really technologically advanced cylinder thing. Yeah, I'm not too sure what this thing is meant to be, and it's only on screen for a couple of seconds, and then we cut back to him doing his tasks. Yeah, this was a weird sequence, but then again, the last series that I watched had a girl who had some exploding toy tanks, so... After doing all these tasks, he gets down to the final one, which is waiting to take a phone call for one of them. To pass the time, he decides to watch an old video of Speed Racer. No, I'm serious, he watches an old videotape of Speed Racer. He then realises that the video is due back at the shop he rented it from and rushes to return it because he can't afford the late fees. On his way there, he has a great run of bad luck, accidentally stepping into open drains, being barked at by dogs. Seriously, can this guy not catch a break? He returns the video just on time, but on his way back he runs into a small girl who's upset because she lost something, so he offers to help her find it. Insert canon references here. They manage to find the girl's lost wallet, but he can't stick around to be thanked because he needs to get home quickly because the call that he's waiting for is about to come in at any second. He gets back just in time and manages to take the message, but then he realises he needs to make a phone call of his own. But to whom, it's not exactly clear. We then cut back to the supertext cylinder, which starts to glow, and we see a woman atop of it waiting over a phone. Wait a minute, was he planning on calling her? What the heck? How does he have connections to a technologically advanced cylinder? Heck, why is he even bothering with this college if he's got connections like that?
How is a technologically advanced cylinder a good connection?
Come on, Emma. In these kinds of places, technologically advanced cylinders can only mean good things.
Leave the science stuff to me, thanks.
Alright. It turns out it's not the supertext cylinder he's trying to call, but he somehow gets connected to there anyway rather than the place he was trying to call. He gets through to something called the Goddess Helpline, and is told to stand by because this woman is coming to him. A hole suddenly opens up in his wall, and this woman appears through it in a flash of light, asking him what his one wish would be. She claims to be a goddess, and says from this point on she's going to be serving him. No, I'm serious. This guy just got mastery over a goddess. He got mastery over a goddess. Mate, take advantage of this for all it's worth. You're master over a freaking goddess. Those Auto Club dickheads aren't going to mess with you now. If they do, you just tell them, yeah, see this lady over here? Yeah, she's a goddess. And I have mastery over her. So, needless to say, you guys are screwed. So yeah, slightly weird things aside, this was actually a really good first episode. It establishes the main character well and honestly gets me to care about him and all this bad luck he seems to be having. Throughout the whole thing, there were these weird narrations talking about just how unlucky this guy is, and I do hope they don't stick around in the long run, though something tells me they will. They were just distracting to me. The plot twist at the end with the goddess, well, this is the kind of thing I've come to expect from an anime. But all in all, this was really enjoyable, and I do look forward to watching the rest of this series.
Wow, we didn't have anything to argue about this time. That's got to be a first.
It'll be too boring if we don't argue about something. You're stupid!
You're stupid!